It's a different feeling.
I mean, true, we have to remind y'all that when we say online, these players are used to either CFGC, the last chance qualifier, CECC, in 23's case, the HBCU school circuit. So, like we said, big stage, very different from what we're used to having, but should be a good start at that, trying to go for that drive rush impact, but instead, back throw coming out from Hippo.
Right, that's basically on the stand medium kick. That's a good ruler tool to kind of gauge what you want to do. Now finds a stand fierce, counter it combo incoming, bounce, bomb. This is the win condition for Bison. Get the bomb on, get that damage, and then kind of lock them down. If you press a button, you might die. The overhead, no block.
And no block on that one. 23 just found in a vulnerable position, caught out. Even then, you try to go for the impact. That's enough armor, break through, and then you go for the stand right in the throw.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing right there to be able to DI right back. You know, 23 maybe feeling a little bit more pressured to attempt to DI, maybe hoping a button that he could DI was there. But Bison has a lot of cancelable buttons with punish. Ready to get set, drive rush, crouching, medium punch, and another back fist. Bomb on, walk up throw, tap parry, punished.
Just the perfect parry standing there, menacingly, if you will, already going for the drop OD special at that one, straight into the super conversion.
Now, this is a grip of damage. The ultimate Psycho Crusher. One more touch, one tap, a sneeze, a freeze kill.
Honestly, allergies are really going to mess you up here in 23's case. You just got to stand. But at the same time, that is a perfect round thus far for Hippo.
Yeah, stand kick. Again, we talked about that tool being a ruler tool. Also a good closer tool as well, as we see right there. That was a good hachu. Scissor kick on in, but again, no punish, counter hit. Does get the conversion off the crouching medium punch. Back fist. We've seen this so many times. We'll see what the defense, maybe we'll see some drive reversals. This time he waits it out. We'll see what the back heavy kick starter.
And of course, trying to go for that missile action into the knee bomber, but instead opting for the corner pressure at that one. So he's just trying to find any chip, any way to get out, but even then the OD knee right into Psycho Crush.
Damn,
and with the wall of that, that's nasty.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? If you try to press a button, the bomb might go off. You might guess wrong. You might delay button wrong and get caught with explosion either way. So Dknock was definitely a good play right there. A very dangerous Hippo right here. This guy has been layering on the pressure, and it's been the same story. Land the back fist, just continuously pressure them in the corner and keep them down.
I was about to say, good reason that both of these players qualified for this in the first place, but when you talk about Hippo, right, last chance qualifiers, a beast in regional play at that one. No joke. But still, trying to go for the drop at that one, still able to get in. Jump heavy kick coming in from 23, not going to be enough though. OD Crusher.
Impact right back.
Corner. Impact once, impact twice, and no shame on me in it.
Yeah, I love that Psycho Crusher in the level 3. One of the best enters you can do for that super to get as much damage as possible. I mean, it's going to probably kill it no matter what. But regardless, you also see the fact that Hippo's going for DI-able buttons, or buttons they can DI out of, I should say. Stand medium punch is a really good button to kind of throw out there. And if you think they're going to DI, get DI right back. 2 games up here for the Hippo.
Up so far. Of course, Qaaa, I got to ask you about this one when it comes to 23 and the Kimberly play. How many better adjusting, especially against the heavy pressure that Hippo has to offer?
I want to see some perfect parry attempts. You know, some of these longer buttons like stand fierce and things like that. Even the back heavy kick, you're going to have to rotate those defensive options up in the corner. It's hard because she doesn't really have a DP. So you don't have like the traditional stuff, but you have to rotate what the game gives you. Tap, parry, delay button. Speaking of parry, Hippo's like, yo, I could do that actually. Man, I wasn't even talking to you.
I was about to say, no perfect rounds here. We got the perfect parry though. Throw broken out of, so 23 really starting to wisen up, especially to a lot of these throw loops, and Hippo really has to put you in.
I still got the pickup.
He still got it into the guillotine.
One more touch. DI, if he wants to play around that idea, that's why you see Hippo not overextending. Have to overextend to get the win. He's going to DI, but playing around the reactions, it's unfortunate. You have to have the help for that transaction so you can DI right back, and Hippo knew that. That's how you know 23 is like a good character, or player, I should say, because he's trying to DI back in that moment, and his hand is just not able to think with his brain, like, I can't do that. I don't have the health.
I mean, the game that really requires, in some situations, I mean, let's go gambling. In that situation was not enough life to gamble on. Unfortunate to happen. You have to end that. Oh, dang it. I say that, though.
Reset.
We got the loops out, and the reset at that. Able to throw escape, though. But as I say, that crouch light right in the root.
Yeah, didn't really have much off that reset. Could have a little bit more in terms of like corner carry and pressure. Now it's getting scared. It's going to get gory like a horror story. Psycho Crusher into the super to seal the deal. Hippo a 3-0.
All right, we're about to have fun with this. It's almost enough to make me hit the taste to make some noise out to the crowd, but I got to calm it down at least just for a little bit.
At the crouching medium punch, no conversion right after. Slight walk back, avoids the slide and applies some damage, but doesn't get the light knuckle. We talked about how the medium knuckle, excuse me, didn't really get the follow-up. That's a difference in being in a different sort of environment. Trade conversion off the backboard, heavy DP, or light DP, excuse me. He's going for the lighter ones right there. I guess he wants the close range advantage.
Man, even committing to the burnout in the first place doesn't even drop it once. That's totally fine. But earlier in the round, saw a little bit of that peak at Sandblast, right? really just this matchup right coming in. Quality Sandblast has got to be useful here. Am I correct?
Yeah, it can be if it's not floated over. Now we're going for that CQC. You see nice and close. OD Chaser, beast mode to kill some of that drive gauge. Look at the corner here on this. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because he already dragged them there before he knocked them right up in the east side. This is unfortunate. Try to go for a fireball, teleport on out. You need to find your way out though. I thought you had to confirm.
I was about to say teleport way out just for a little bit of safety, but instead going in for the slide. There's that teleport we were talking about a little earlier, conjunction with the fireball, but Extender just caught out, especially trying to go for the down slash into the upper.
Drive impact right back. It's actually Davy that's able to get it in the last moment. Back heavy kick, back heavy punch, excuse me, that's the Lance right there. Oh, this is a bear and a burnout. You don't get to press a button. Quaff does find the gap, the back throw. Medium heavy kick, this is why you saw the screen shake right there. Gonna go for the fireball, interrupt it, you do a little bit more damage to kill this cat.
They both got meter back, but at what cost? Getting dangerous if they're trying to slide in, especially off the slow fireball. That's fine, got to measure chip damage even with burnout. Davy playing it risky, and where there's high risk, you have that high reward. That being one round win into a final round.
DI was a good idea because couldn't DI right back, and then after that he sets up the space trap for the stand medium kick. Very smart stuff. Going to super here, yeah, he will to get his bar back, get some damage up. But it didn't combo the DI right back. The Sansara is still there. I think it's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, it's floated away. It's somewhere. It's absorbed in the sun, and that's totally fine. But got more fire, more pressure at that one. Goes for the super instead. Maybe keep it up. At least limit extender again into the Yoga teleport. Float, excuse me.
Fireballs, close range with it, better to play with. Stand medium. It's where Sim loves to be at. Having a big lead, you got to come to him to get the win. It's hard to advance with the long limbs. Mr. Fantastic himself with the Yoga uppercut. Davy taking that first game.
Obviously, I can tell that Davy definitely adjusting from the previous games that we did see him in, right? Especially against that last DJ match. A little tricky, but hey, we have Luke to focus on coming in. Qaaa, that's totally fine, especially going in for the rush into the immediate throw, the side swap.
Yeah, that was a little reset right there. Does get the drive rush, crouch fierce, jump fierce. Getting no charge knuckle, but no problem. Davy's in burnout. Oh, this is real bad. Target combo with the side switch. He fought. Yes, that's a gap. He teleports on out of that. He's still ashy.
That's fine. We got burnout, but we might be fine here. I mean, Davy taking some chip, and that's going to be enough to guarantee the wall stun, crush, and the uppercut coming in from Qaaa.
Die.
Had DI
No, you know that wasn't going to be a level 1 right after. Davy gonna save that bar. Almost got the throw with the suppressor, just too far out the distance. The OD fireball does get the knockdown. Perfect parry. Looking for the jump in. Let's jail no bail. Lock him out. Be the warden.
Got more fire at that. But of course, got the down slash to worry about, especially into the rush. Just confirm real quick, but float right into the throw. Keep you in the corner, locked down, and they won't let you out. But Qaaa able to break it out in the first place.
Here's the OD DP to avoid. Punish counter throw. Perfect parry. Had to do so because that would have been a probable burnout scenario if he didn't do it. Side switch. Davy still has a lead. Has spark. You jump back. Pierce is there at that range. You get anti-air. Let him in.
Got the Sandblast on lock. I mean, just floating in the sky. And imagine for Davy can go twice as high here, but also fall twice as hard. Not careful enough.
That was so smart.
There we go. I'll be damned. And all still able to confirm with the hit.
That was a big bait on the crouch fierce. Doing that at that range, so you can't really do much. You're not really looking for a DP, so crouch fierce would be good. Caught him on the recovery. Perfect parry, incoming sweep, meaty fireball setup, the teleport, again, from the back door. Trying to go for the throw, buttons, dive kick, push towards the corner, the OD fireball, and the knockdown.
Plenty of fireballs to follow at that limb extender into the Yoga flow, but down slash to at least get confirm off of here into the super conversion.
No Yoga! Man's gonna turn up the fifth gear out here. It's gonna be a big lead.
Also gonna need gear 6 to get out of this predicament. Only a negative shred of health and very little meter to even work with in the first place. Tried to sandblast, but even then with the float dive, Davy will take one up.
The rubber man himself. Davy is looking so confident right now. Driver's crouch fierce does work out this time. Even though it didn't work previously, you have to go for it because you don't really have any other options to kind of meet that character up in the skies. DI! This actually puts Quad burnout. Side switches up in the corner. This, again, Sim can be a Baron, a burnout, immediate splat. I'm surprised he didn't wait for a little bit, go for a chip scenario, and then go for the DI. But you can get some damage here. Sweep, teleport, fake out, loopy-loop throw.
Back throw at that one, just keep you in the corner. And for Qaaa, really just has to force the pressure off the rush and you can get out in the first place. I say that though, immediate, just the counter to grab it. That one back in the corner with the wall crush. Another throw to end it.
Again, you look at how players are playing, if they're reacting to things, and if they are not reacting, keep doing it. Honestly, keep doing it.
Exactly. Do it once, do it twice, 3 times. You want to make it 4, 5, 6. Instead, no combo involved, but instead, we have the Yoga Teleport again off the fire. Limb Extender goes in for the slide, but instead has to jab it out off the light hits from Qaaa.
He punches the opener. Again, the 6 frame. Very quick button leads to so much for the character. Rising upper. This might be a downer. This man's got the damage behind him. The crouching medium punch. Could be able to send us out with a level 2, I would assume, maybe level 1. Don't need level 3, I don't think. Yeah, level 2. Make sure the job's done. I get it.
Exactly. Don't even have to play your favorite game of Will It Kill. That's guaranteed with or without meter. For Qaaa, we tie things up here. Getting scary though. Davy's still at 2-0.
Yeah, stay up that set point, but for how long? You got to be able to apply that grounded game. You'll take that trade, whatever it takes to keep him hands and feet on the ground. Crouching medium punch is it with the fireball as he tries to walk back, try to kill some of that drive gauge. No perfect parry. Maybe going to get in there.
Fireball in the slide in, but instead had to go for that jump kick in from Qaaa, but not going to work out, especially off the float here, and still going to beat you through with the super.
I wonder if he could have DI'd back after that, but maybe he's committed. Unfortunate. Level 3, this is a big lead here for Davy. He can chunk a drive gauge away. And for Sim, again, he doesn't have to initiate. See that little break right there trying to bait out an ODP or any sort of butt so he can whip punish right after? This is Davy's wheelhouse. This is how he wins. The teleport! The Houdini, you can't even see me. One more sequence.
I would say, John Cena style, you can't even see me up in this piece. Fine, listen, you can't hit the music like this, especially everyone watching. Save that for another day.
Confirmed! The crouching medium punch was clutch at that distance. Confirms himself a big win. Davy with the long fist. Mr. Fantastic. Fist made out of plastic. That is Davy on the Sim. This dog was talking about how, yeah, man, I've been playing Sim. I got a Blanca, but the Sim's for me. Everybody's like, yo, switch a character. Even I said that.
No, don't switch
but
characters.
Don't switch.
Here, Davy, you hear us. Do not switch. Yeah, I see you. Show some respect. You love to see it.
What's looking a little bit different nowadays, JP, really more of a zoner, leading into that sort of style. And Ken, well, you know what, he's still good.
I mean, especially going into collegiate, it is a very different game, a wilder animal, if you will. And already Dknock got the Tatsu Ender back up against the wall.
Nice. Counter hit jack, nice and meaty. This is where Ken makes his money, you know. A lot of things. You got meaty fireballs as well, the Gen Rise too as well that could eliminate a lot of the drive rush, or drive gauge should say. Back throw.
There we go, that's that amnesia we were talking about a little earlier, especially off the crystals, and that 1-2 stack of departure already up. Back against the wall for that stun guarantee.
That was very smart because like he was already blocking. So like why not go for that DI? Stand line kick will get the hit though. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be a Dknock. But not keep the door of many players. And you know, like the Grim Reaper meme where he knocks on the door and picks up, looking to claim another person.
But hey, your pizza's here. That's not pizza.
That's not pizza.
I didn't order pepperoni. I don't even like that in the first place.
You close your eyes and you're at the pearly gates.
Exactly.
Perfect pairing. Are you kidding me?
No. We're already getting started with the shenanigans.
Crouching medium kick and he recovered a perfect parry. The DI. How ready can you be, Dknock?
Oh my god, reactionary reactions, you love to see it, but at the same time got the demons to deal with, especially that Psycho Power, the OD Crush into it. Now departure already up just in case. Crystal would have gotten Dknock, but instead going into the super.
I like this, kill the drive gauge as much as possible. You give me fireball, walk up stand fierce, heavy kick, whatever you want at this point, especially because he has no OD amnesia, he has real amnesia, he's level 1, he's gonna hold back a little bit. Genrod could open him up. Continuously, there's the normal amnesia. Only one though. Blocks it out, stand fierce, picks up fireball. Ooh, nothing doing, DI. Now it's fine to let that fly.
And good with the punish at that one. There we go. OD Tatsu right into Ender.
That was fantastic. Dknock. Again, he knows what to do with Kid up in the corner. Frame kills are fantastic. Keeps things nice and meaty. And squares himself up with a big enough lead where he can go for drive rush conversion right after the knockdown. Mans didn't have no bar to fight back with. You're scared of that meaty fireball. You're scared of getting hit with that meaty fireball. So even more so, you can't go for that amnesia play.
I think there's a lot you really just can't go for, but put yourself in LukeSFH's shoes. I mean, Luke just going for the crystal play at that one, tried the slide, but instead, perfect parry. That light loop you love to see. Tatsu again back into the corner, just try to pack it on further, but still able to break out only just a little bit off the cane.
Yeah, he's been able to bar ever so often. Luke has crouching light punch, the 4-frame, in between some of these strings and the fireball that Dknock's going for, but it hasn't left it too much just yet. Teleport out of there, you saw the cane spin. That's how you know he's going to teleport. When he spins the cane, perfect parry, go for the side switch, meterless, because Ken can do that. Yes, sir.
Cycle up DP under at that one. And for Luke, though, only able to break out of it. That light, love to see. Yodi departure into the crystals at that one. Go for the rush. Wall bounce a little bit with the demons.
With our pairs. Teleport throw, yeah, caught him tap and parry when he shouldn't. The timing just wasn't there. Luke with the lockdown. That's what you have to do with JP. What's really good about this character is the departure, how it locks you down, how it lets JP kind of advance where he'd like to. That's where the character strength really, really lies.
Especially for Dknock, you have to sit there, kind of calculate, okay, are we going for the departure teleport? Am I have to gonna worry about throw? In this situation, you very much will, especially Stalagmites coming out in full force. Have no choice but to put up the block game. Don't waste the meter that much. It gets scary, especially trying to parry, but already with the teleport, jump in, heavy kick coming into it from Luke into the converted super.
Level 3 is perfect here. You go for the OD amnesia, I'm sorry, OD departure actually, to really lock them down, and she does. Yeah, see, like what can you do? It's full screen now. Push him away, long distance relationship.
Oh, especially after burnout coming in from interdiction. That is one of the nastiest level 3 supers you have to have on board. But at the same time, there we go. Jump in, goes for the rush after the fact. The low ghost at that. Dknock still able to build back meter. Can't say the same for Luke right now. Immediate burnout. Interesting choice though.
Yeah, I don't know why he went for the DI right there. Maybe looking for a fireball possibly. That could have been the reasoning. He does have the lead. He'll find the finish either way. That's a dangerous proposition to go into burnout like that, especially when Ken lands one conversion into the corner. Toxic take you there, or any sort of hit will take you there. Regardless, Luke, stay solid. Is a wall. Even games right now. Game to game at this point.
Oh, we're trying to stand roundhouse just a little bit earlier, but for Dknock, no dice, no cigar, anything. Man,
imagine if you put a fireball, it would have caught. It would have worked. That was that was a season 1 for me. That was a SaintCola right there. I used to call that SaintCola. Drive rush and DI. Luke takes after me. You know, he learns some stuff.
Yeah, okay. Let's calm it down now. We get you have a bit of an ego, but we gotta keep that down for collegiate. That's fine.
Oh, he dropped the combo. He had the crouching combo, but wasn't able to get the conversion full. Could have been a corner carry, enhanced Tatsu type beat.
Man, departure type beat at that one, able to jump over to the crystals, but still closing the gap. LukeSFH kind of, I don't want to say vulnerable position, but when it comes to JP, you do not want Ken in your face in any way, shape, or form, but still, at least keep it further.
Yeah, as much as possible, because at some of these ranges, Ken can drive or stay Pierce. The anti is there with the forward heavy kick, though. Pierce didn't get the pickup with the down forward heavy punch. We'll clean things up with the sweep. Up around right now is Luke.
All right. Around so far here for LukeSFH, possibility to take that momentum to 2-1, but the amnesia momentum just right into the burst hits. Departure already up on board, but still not going to go for the teleport, the crystal option getting pierced.
Yeah, I do like the DP right there. Attempt at least, but just the timing system there. Save him. Driver's jab, too far out for the medium to hit right after a stand like it, excuse me. Almost got the whip punish. Careful with these buttons. They do have a hurt box now.
Especially trying to put in check off the crouching medium kick, at least get some shred of damage. Just peeing the stand heavy, but nothing scary with it. That drive rush still can make an impact with Dknock.
Drive reversal. That burns out Luke. He might have to go for a stand Pearson activation. Ooh, blocked it out. Didn't go for a button. Smart guy.
Maybe try to go for that air-to-air action just a little bit earlier instead. Try focus more on the throws.
They like it. The DI gets the splat. Tricky stuff right there. Dknock knocking on the door. Should be able to send him off the Hippo. Jinrai.
Get flashy fit. Play my cinematic, says Dknock.
Level 2. It's been the level 3. Most people would have went for the level 3 right there, but he well calculated the combo. Save some bar for the rainy day. Game to game, round to round right now. Let's see what's going down.
Considering Arlington outside, I imagine it is very much a rainy day. Those thunderstorms are no joke. Let me tell you, was not expecting it flying in nor being here, but that's either way. Spark focusing back on the match at hand. Crystal's back up. The OD Stalagmites.
You'll enjoy this. Drive reversal to last bit of bar. No, he tries to tap parry. He does block this out at the very least, but the push is there. Level 1 side switch. ED Fireball, not as meaty anymore, so that's why you see the OD Fireball right there. For Luke, he's willing to put himself in burnout because this is his game to win from this distance. It's chip, no dip continuously. I mean, Dknock's back with bar, but can he get in? Drive rush? No, it's air-to-air.
Do go for that air-to-air punish at that. The counter hit throw into the corner. LukeSFH, one throw, we got 2 throw. Maybe make it a 3rd. No, instead OD Fireball, but instead crouch light punch. That's enough for LukeSFH to jab the pressure out.
That OD Fireball, again, is a difficult thing already with burnout. Can't go for amnesia. That's why we see that so often in this matchup. I like that Dknock stop putting us on the deck. The defense might be tested. Perfect parry gets the crystal slash.
Maybe the departure teleport at that one too. Low ghost to worry about. Right kick.
Wow, the OD to hit.
say playing it safe here, but it could get scary.
He tried to go for command grab there. I think he went for
Possibly
embrace.
so, whiffed on it.
We saw that recently. He did go for the embrace previously, so
yeah.
trying to make something a little bit tricky, trying to call out a parry. The Amnesia does get us some distance. He gets a heavy kick. Maybe think it was a throw. Caught him teching, the throw not connected. Driver stay Pierce.
Uh-oh, had the departure set up and everything, but instead DP to hit Amnesia as well. The back throw corner swap.
Oh no, the stay Pierce wasn't the pickup here for Luke. It's instead Dknock getting that crouching medium punch, gets the person he needs to stave off set point.
Uh-oh, drive rush, just that heavy, but instead opting in for the throw.
Tick throw. Oh, Stan Pierce with the light. Too far out. You saw him jab it twice. He's like, wait a minute.
Here we go, third throw on board here. Not sure you get that DP action.
What? I don't know what that was, but caught him on the recovery of the landing frames. Bringing the heat.
And getting spicy in here, and I can tell you right now, Scoville levels into the millions for Dknock, but still not enough to guarantee the kill here against Luke.
It's a Stan Pierce right after the plus frames of 2 insane off that jab, and we're all even. Game to game. Both players. It's the final game. Dknock and Luke going the distance.
All right, 2-2 so far. I mean, it's one of the rare games that we've had here so far that has really on main stage, not saying made an impact, but really gone as far as it has.
True, actually. Going the distance. That victory. Perfect breaks the amateur. Caught him ducking, so get the extended damage right there. A little bit more of a combo conversion. Enhanced Tatsu. Max amount of corner carry. Finds a stand light punch, gets the drive rush right after, departure's out, the teleport doesn't get a punish, but this is fine. This is made. Oh, actually, this is perfect. Look at that. Full screen. Bye-bye.
Even with the burnout, bounce back up against the wall, setting up possibly the departure. No crystals. Instead, spam that out. That's totally fine. Off stalagmites, but we do have the teleport side swap instead. Not a problem for Dknock, though, with the air Tatsu. OD at that.
Jump in right here. Right. Sure you can meaty. OD fireball, Amnesia.
There we go.
Okay, should be able to get the side switch. He doesn't go for it. I'm surprised he can go for the jump over, but that's fine. He does have border work. He spins out the level 2. There's some recovery. There's some startup, and that's the punish. The level 2. You can't do that no more. They done nerfed it. There's too much startup on that level 2. The reactions with Shippo Jinrai will let Dknock be in set point.
Already Dknock on set point. I imagine whoever's knocking at your door guaranteed the Ken. But for Luke, I imagine I'm going to have that happen. Looking through, it's like, listen, I understand trying to serve me pizza. Not going to be for me in the first place. Off the ghost with that. We got the crystals, possibly set up for departure again.
Parry. Able to hit Stan Pierce the fake out with the ghost. Yeah, that fake out ghost, making him tap parry. Now he held that throw, getting punish counter instead. Stan Pierce fake out again. Look at that, deleting the drive gauge as he holds parry. Careful with that Jinrai, could have caught the recovery. That one does hit though.
Sitting there menacingly, even through the fireball. Not OD enough, and for Luke, possibility to really just set this 1-1, but right now getting a little too scary, close for comfort. Crystal's back from up top with a rush. That's going to be enough. One touch now. Both on set point.
That's right, final game, final round. Walk back, gain some space in this place. You're a zoner now. Oh, the overhead, the heavy kick, both outside the distance. OD fireball sets up for the departure. Just to lock him down.
Going pitter patter here. At the fireball to hit. Crystal's back up top. They'll try for the ghost instead. Where there's one rush, there is another, but one has a throw. And now Luke in the prime zoning keep out.
Careful the Pierce. See, again, he's holding parry so much. He's so afraid. It's hard to find the time. He's with the OD. Toe tap. He didn't get the follow-up right after that. Hit the punish counter. It could have been more. It could have been more the air.
No, one thing I would like to say here is that both players really making an effort not to just go for burnout, but the meter usage has been insane. And now it's time. I'm thinking interdiction.
Level 3, one more hit will seal it. Double departure, nice and close, nice and personal. Don't get touched. The Stan Pierce, fist to face, sends him out. It's Luke taking it over Dknock. JP versus Bison. Again, if you're a JP player, you probably played this character. You fought a lot of Bisons, especially during the introduction of that character. DLC when it dropped, everybody had a Bison. He's been weakened now a little bit, but still a very prominent character in many circuits. See how he does out here. That's RGPrime on that one.
All right, already getting started, especially off the rush. No impact to be found just yet, especially off the low demon, but already in the jump in heavy kick. Not much of an impact here.
Not just yet. There's a throw. Careful the drive gauge. Pierce right after. You'll take the hit to not be in burnout, but you're taking a little bit too much more right now. Blocks it out, back medium. I like these strings right here. Yeah, they're aiming for the drive gauge to kill it as much as possible. Make him ashy. DI.
Tried it earlier with the scissor kicks, but RGPrime not able to break out of the corner just as well. Suffers from it with the corner stun, but Abyssal already up by a perfect round so far.
Yeah. Good job, right? You can tell he's adapted the matchup. Knockdown, departure. But unfortunately, a little bit too much startup on that Pierce. Got hit with the OD. The anti-air's there with the crouch Pierce. No pickup with the OD. Does it again. He's like, listen, if it works, I'll keep doing it.
It works the second time, exactly.
But careful the drive gauge, so if it's back throw, it could be real bad here. But it's looking real good. My bad. Prime,
so
I know your game was like that.
Make it a fourth one? Nah, we going for the double knee instead. Make that a single one, but that's totally fine, at least for Abyssal. We came with a crouch medium.
And then level 2. Probably jump over, I would imagine. Yeah, side switch, try to go for the inside overhead on the way out. Hold this throw. No damage, but the positional advantage is fine.
No damage in the back throw, but we have double stacks of departure to worry about, as well as the teleport into it. Not enough armor for Prime, but just enough for Abyssal.
Wait, Abyssal has another level 2? A double helping of the Ghastly Ghost? Get the pickup after this. Yeah, Crystal Slash, departure, and there was more. But wait, there is always more when it comes to JP in that corner combo.
Exactly. It is, I don't want to say insanity so far, but it's so dastardly to have happen to see happen. But RGPrime, right, aggressive Bison player, it was so funny, right, seeing him first play, and then somebody say, Prime did not pay to this game just to block. You want all offense with Bison, you got just that.
Yeah, gotta get aggressive. Like the jump ins every so often, the jump heavy punch. We saw that clip with Stan Fears, but now Prime's in the corner. That defense is gonna be tested. Raw side, I like that. Uncooked, full flavor.
Man,
Bro,
uncooked, not even seasoning. We don't even have anything on that.
You know, it's side tartar.
Ugh, I don't know about tartar. That's not my thing here, but I imagine for RGPrime, the thing is the OD, especially going this far up against the wall. Goes for the throw. Abyssal. Keeps his own capabilities up here.
Amnesia, he misses completely. Throws the recovery. Got him. Prime pulling it back to the brink. That's one of the things that you pointed out. Getting more active is definitely helping out a lot more of these jumps as well. The OE crushers. Pick up though. How do you get in after this?
And especially against Prime, these jump-ins are going to be made a little more dangerous knowing that Abyssal, I mean, like most JP players, like to go for the departure, the stalagmites on top of it, and it puts you in a bad corner position. Hey, tried the teleport though. Good read coming into it from Prime in the back throw.
Perfect parry in the punish right after. You can go for any bar right here. Yeah, accept the departure again. The departure is more about like locking him down so we get the space. OD cuts through again. The piercings, any sort of fireballs, things like that. Back throw, that's enough to do it. And that is a closer walk towards game point here for Abyssal.
All right, so pick up a little bit here, especially on the side of RGPrime, but for Abyssal, I was about to say almost kept his own capabilities upward here. Ended up at the OD, but instead Amnesia to hit right into the super.
So the strike throw right there, side switch, of course, crouch fierce, departure, Stan Fierce, aiming for the drive gauge, attack on drive gauge right there. Drive rush, back medium, whiffs completely, but he's able to get the back throw, get departure, locking you down, and now you're in burnout.
Oh, trying to missile again, but that's not gonna work out, a little too hot.
He pierce.
Again, the pierce, but the OD gonna be enough in the ground, and Abyssal.
Abyssal is cooking the competition. Even though we saw OD Psycho Crusher be a thing, the times just haven't been there. We see that, we see some like jump backs here and there from Abyssal. Finding ways around it. It's a game point for him. Trade. Commits to the stand medium, got blessed. But the drop of the combo, the nerves!
Oh, okay, I was about to say big stage, we got nerves abound, but that's fine. You just have to keep your mental up. Saying it's scary, but jump in heavy kick. Just found just yet on the side of Abyssal. Can't get a hit.
Back dash, avoids the scissor kick. Driver's crouch. Medium kick is the opener. Fireball up the departure, air to air, should get the pickup. Oh, he almost did. That would have been sick. I would have lost my mind.
Hey, would have been fire, would have been awesome, but that's an otherwise possibility. We have to see in an alternate universe still. Trying to set up for the departure instead, goes for the crystal instead. Didn't get pierced, but RGPrime just prime and ready just for the parry.
Yeah, parrying a little bit too much, didn't have the drive gauge to do so right after. Now, that's looking hella ashy, getting some aloe vera, please. Crouching medium punch. Oh, I think it's his block, even better.
Yep.
Parry so he can get the drive gauge as juiced up as possible. Abyssal is on set point. He resets with a command grab. Embrace me. This man, you ain't gonna do it to him like that. There are people watching in the crowd right now. There are people right now at home watching this.
Says Abyssal. We got it again.
Command grab.
Okay, we got executives in the crowd. We got plenty of people just watching this menacingly as Abyssal is for RGPrime. Gotta lock it in. Goes in for the parry at that one. Trying to stand heavy instead. Gets punished back up in the corner. Jump in.
That stand light punch was hella delayed after the plus frames in the level 3. Need him a bedtime story play of tonight. This is Abyssal 3-0 in a matchup that's very difficult on paper, makes it look easy and breezy. Abyssal takes down RGPrime.